Siku nyingine, siku njema, siku ya baraka. Tunakukaribisha katika kikao hiki cha Sema na JG. Jambo la kwanza ambalo tunakuomba ufanye ni kusubscribe to our channel. Wale ambao tayari wamesha subscribe, tunasema thank you so much. Mahojiano ambayo yanaletwa kwako kwa hisani ya Jamii Sako. Na kama ungependa kuwa mwanachama, hakikisha kwamba unazungumza nami kupitia joyce.gituro@gmail.com joyce.gituro@gmail.com. Hii leo tumebahatika tena sana. Kama desturi, kama kawaida, tuna mgeni wetu ambaye anajulikana kama Njoki Kamau. Njoki, karibu sana katika kikao hiki.
Asante sana Joyce.
Na nataka uzungumze kama mwanahabari. Yaani unaona venye unazungumzaga na wateja wako huko nje.
Sawa sawa.
Hiyo ndio sauti nataka utumie.
Okay.
So Njoki Kamau ni nani?
Njoki Kamau ni mwanzo ni mama wa watoto wawili, mke wa bwana mmoja, na ni landscaper.
Okay.
Nafanya landscaping.
Landscaping, labda kuna mwenye anatazama atashindwa, landscaping ni nini hiyo sasa?
Landscaping is about transitioning spaces into intended to serve an intended purpose and use using plants.
Okay.
So basically growing grass and the right grass for certain spaces, growing trees, growing flowers. We also do organic kitchen gardens. That is for urban homes. That is about growing food in urban spaces. And we also do potted plants, maybe for offices, for home areas, for home offices. So just plants within our living spaces.
Okay.
So we call ourselves alpha plants.
Alpha plants.
Yes.
Na mtu ambaye labda anatizama sasa hivi angependa kukufuata kwenye Instagram, kwenye Twitter, angefanya nini?
Yes, we are on Facebook as Alpha Plants, on Instagram as Alpha Plants KE, and on Twitter as Alpha Plants, and we are also available on phone and on we are also located in Kiambu town.
Okay.
Yes.
So ukitaka kujua mengi zaidi kuhusiana na maybe kazi ya Njoki, nambari ambayo iko hapa chini unaitizama, utaweza kumpigia.
Yes.
Uweze kuzungumza naye.
Kabisa.
Thank you so much Njoki. By the way, hiyo kazi umefanya for how long?
This is now going to be the 6th year.
Wow.
Although I started as a side hustle, so I was employed for a long time, and then I transitioned during the COVID time into full-time landscaping.
Ukaresign job ya ofisi?
Yes.
Haya.
Yes.
Do you have any regrets?
No, not at all. I'm very happy. First, because it was a passion. In fact, I've loved plants all my life. It was a passion and I loved it. And also, when you compare the freedom of time, the financial freedom, the ability to just go out there and be creative, there's no limit, there's no nothing. You create your own rules and follow them. The discipline, I am very happy. And also, I have more time with my family now.
Exactly, yeah. I was coming to that.
Yeah.
More time with your family. Haya, hii familia wacha tuizungumzie. How do I start this? I don't want to start asking you how did you realize you're pregnant with your first kid, but that's exactly how I'm going to put it. Ulijuaje uko na mimba ya mtoto wa kwanza? Ulipanga ama ilikuwa ile tunasema accident?
Wacha tuseme ilikuwa mapenzi ya Mungu, sikupanga. First, what had happened, I met my husband. Then he was a boyfriend when we were getting pregnant in the year 2012. Okay, and we met at work. Then we began being friends, dating, and all that. And it's only until the year 2013, towards the end of the year 2013, that we got to sit down and discuss when we want to get married, when we want to settle down, what we wanted to do. For me, I wanted to complete my master's, which I was taking then. And for him, he had other things. So we planned to get married in the year 2016. But now in the year 2014, we kind of lost touch a bit, and then we kind of lost touch a bit, and then we got back together towards that year, and at that time we rediscussed and now decided we were still going to get married in the year 2016 and all that, and we followed that, and I think 2015 around March is when I got pregnant. Now your question was how I learned that I was pregnant. My periods were very regular. So if I missed even one afternoon, I'd start worrying. So this one day I was expecting my visitors and they did not come. So and I knew what had happened, so I knew there was a chance.
Mulikuwa mumeishi kwa dhambi. Put it as it is. Njoki, muliishi kwa dhambi. Mumesamehewa, tuendelee.
Wacha tuseme, this baby wanted to come because we had done everything within our powers, but this baby wanted to come. So anyway, I went to get a home test kit, and I did, and it turned negative. So for a moment there I was relieved, because I knew, first of all, I'm not married, I'm a firstborn, I want to
wow.
And my dream was really to get married, to have this big wedding, to lead, to just have, and then at the time I was 29. So I was thinking, I've come all the way, then get pregnant just like this, and then get married. No. So I really wanted to follow those what we think is right. So at the time I did the test, it turned negative. I waited for 2 days for my now visitors. I am relieved. I know they will come. Maybe something happened. So that on the third day, I did another test at home. It didn't happen. So I went to the chemist, to a different chemist, and bought like 5 kits.
Jesus.
Yes. So now I was getting anxious. And by the way, when you know what you've done, and you're suspecting, you even feel the baby kicking. So those days when I was trying to test at home and it was turning negative, I would have.
Wait a bit. So 5 kits. You're testing every day. Every morning you're doing a test. Or the 5 kits were to be used on different months or weeks?
No, every day in the morning. I also joined Google University.
Yes.
So they would tell us that the morning test is highly likely to. So I would wake up at 2 a.m. and test, at 6 and test. And none of them turned positive. So I decided to go and see my gyna, and we did a scan, and I saw something tiny on that whatever the window they have, and he said, "Oh, congratulations!" And I was wondering, congratulations, do you know my situation? Yeah. So I went back home. Then I was living on my own, and he was my husband, my current. Then he was
your boyfriend then.
Yes,
fiance.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then he was living elsewhere, or rather in his house. So I went to my house, and now thought about what is likely to, what are my options. What if we don't get married? Does it mean I am a single mother? Is this how people become single mothers? Does it start like this? But then again, I knew he was a responsible person, so I had this comfort. But anyway, I decided I was going to tell him. I remember it was on a Saturday. That weekend we were not going to meet because we were busy. But I decided I was going to go to his house, and I never used to go to his house without us having planned or me telling him earlier. So that day I decided, hey, I'm going. So I went, and luckily I found him. I did not even, the way you get into the door and then you want to freshen up. I did not. I just sat down and tell him, hey, you know what?
We are pregnant.
Yes, we are pregnant.
Yes. Hakuna cha kumpea nafasi ati I am. It is us.
Yes, we are pregnant.
The fruits of our labor.
Yes. He was very happy. He was excited. I was wondering, why are you not having worries like me? Because me, I'm thinking, what happens to my masters? What happens to that big wedding we planned? What all those things?
Yes.
And we wanted to do things
the right way.
That way, yeah. So he was excited, and to the extent that he felt like, why are you not happy? Why, like, yeah, it has happened. Why am I still not? Yeah. So anyway, we adjusted over time. I went back to my house the following day, and now we started talking about, can we now move in? Can I come meet your parents? So fast forward. 2 weeks after that is when he said, by the way, we need to come over and see your parents in 2 weeks time. So that means the baby is about now a month plus.
Yes.
Yeah,
About 6 weeks.
yes. So they said they will come, so they came to see my parents.
Had you shared the news with your mom?
No.
Ujasema ulifanya dhambi?
No, I had just told my sister. Yeah, I hadn't said. So so I just told my mom, I have someone who wants to come and see you, and you tell dad. That time even you can't tell I'm pregnant. I mean, it's just too early. So they came. The day came and they came. Then my auntie called me on the side and said, you know, in our tradition, we don't discuss
Dowry
and these things when you're pregnant. Do you have? Are you? Hey, could I say yes? I looked at her. She said, you know, you must tell me the truth. I'm your aunt.
Yes.
I'm your auntie and I need to know. So I said yes. She looked at me like, hey, you mean? Yeah, but anyway, that's it. So she went back to the house with the wazes. They discussed, and they agreed that we will go back later.
Okay.
So in my plans, I thought, now that they're coming, we would quickly plan a wedding, and then now we would fix our plan in there. But that did not happen. Because I mean, the tradition, the way it is, and all that. So we went back. He came to move me. We went home on a Saturday, so he came to move me on Sunday.
From your house?
From my house to his. So he actually came for my things and all that. So we went and now started living as a husband and wife, and then now did the other things later, the rituals and the other things later. Yes.
The white wedding, did it happen?
It is coming.
Oh,
it
hallelujah,
is coming.
hallelujah.
Yes.
Just ensure you invite me.
Yes.
Nikuje ni dance huko.
Kuita lazima.
So, here you are, you're pregnant, you've moved in with your husband now.
Yes.
You've gotten your parents' blessings.
Yes.
And life has started. How was your pregnancy?
First of all, I was, I think, 45 kgs.
Guy?
Yes. I started adding weight right there and then because I began my clinics immediately. And when we went for the first clinic, remember the test, they take your weight. So I had added 5 kgs. Yeah. When I went, you go in on monthly intervals. When I went after 1 month, I had added 5 kgs, and I added a lot of weight. One, because I now got a very high appetite, and two, I also got cravings for things that could just make me add weight. I was craving a Fanta orange, a very cold one. I was also craving chicken, the galitos.
Galitos?
Yeah. And there's something else.
Hii ya kienyeji huko unataka ya kukimbizwa, inakatwa, inagongwa, inawekwa kwa nini?
No, it was specifically the galitos. I was craving that one. And also, this is interesting. You know mara.
Ya mbuzi ama ya ng'ombe.
Imechomwa vizuri inakaa brownish hivi. There's a place he used to get it for me. I used to love it. Kwanza imechomwa vizuri, it's hot, and then you bite it and then you put in Fanta orange.
Huko unataka na kafirifiri kidogo.
Just that, And then I also used to love grapes a lot. Cold grapes.
Huyo mtoto wako alikuwa expensive.
And very alikuwa napenda cold things. So those are the things I craved, and I used to now eat a lot. I used to be hungry all the time. Yeah. So all through the pregnancy, but at the beginning of it, I also had other experiences that like I was nauseated most of the time, the first trimester. I also used to, and then I used to pick smells a lot.
Ya kitunguu kwanza.
Kitunguu, my own sweat.
Ya mzee.
Yeah, and I remember when we were in the office, there's a lady who was my very good friend. She used to like a certain lotion. I hated it. So the day she'd come in it, we would not talk. In fact, I would move to the reception. I used to work most of the time from the reception when I was in accounts. So I used to pick smells, and some I would like, some I would not like.
Ya mzee ulipenda?
The beginning, I didn't like. First of all, I didn't like natural people smells, odors. Even my own. So even him at the beginning, then later it faded away. Even my own bed sheets, we couldn't use bed sheets twice. I used to feel like, yeah. So, but anyway, that ended with the first trimester. Then after that, I didn't have that problem again. Any other thing? I didn't hate people, interestingly.
Mzee?
Wow. In fact, I used to feel like I loved him more, and I wanted him around a lot more, and I wanted him happy. Yeah, so I just wanted to be around people and happy. Yeah.
Wow. So imefika miezi 9.
Yes.
And you're supposed to give birth.
Yes.
Huyo mtoto anafaa atoke. The story now.
Hey, there. I told you I now joined Gugu University.
Yes.
And we have these baby showers. I had 3 baby showers, so I was prepared. I was told you will feel some pain at the back. I don't know, you feel nesting, a feeling of nesting. So I waited for those things. They did not come. I think I carried that baby for 40. You know, we are told 40 plus 2 or minus 2.
Yes.
I carried that.
Can come at 38
yes.
or 42.
Yes. So I carried this baby for 41 and 5 days.
Yes, so that was going to 42.
Yes, that was.
And no labor, nothing.
No labor, nothing. I used to wait, especially when we go to 39, going to 40. We even used to go to the gyna almost after every 2-3 days to check what is happening. The labor was not coming, but the doctor said we were okay, we could wait, and we kept on waiting. So I was looking out for all those signs, and they did not come until the doctor said if the baby doesn't come by a certain date, you go to the hospital. So we went to the hospital. I still remember that day. We even first had a big lunch. Now me and my husband, and me and my husband, and we had a big lunch. Then we went in. We were checked in. When we got there, see, I still don't have labor. I don't feel anything. They said I have to be induced. They do the test to check if the baby is in the right position. Are we okay? And they said we were okay. So I was going to be induced. But before they induce you, they check if you're opening, even one bit.
Yes.
Hey, I think one of the things I didn't learn at the Gugu University is how they check.
So hizo wameshaanza kukuita mama.
Yes,
mama people, lala hapa.
I think these people in the medical world need to discover a way of checking. That method.
It's not changing. It's the 2 fingers.
Yes, I was caught by surprise. So the doctor told me, the nurse, it was the nurse, I've just been admitted. The nurse told me, and it was a male nurse, quite huge. He told me, sasa mama, nataka kuangalia kama unafunguka. So me, I look at him, okay.
Kafikiria ni mdomo inafunguka.
I thought he'd put something on me, like the way they check the baby's heartbeat.
Akakwambia lala.
Akaniambia, so akaenda, he came wearing gloves and all that. He said, nisema anataka kukuangalia. Nikamuuliza nitoe nguo. So anyway, so he told me what to do, and I did. Hey, I said, now, if there's checking, it's going to be a lady who's little smaller.
The fingers are smaller.
Whose fingers are a little smaller. So anyway, they checked. I hadn't opened even an inch. So
You were still at 2.
No, I wasn't.
Zero.
I
Not
was at
even
0.
2.
Yeah, 0. So
Because they usually say when you start labor, you are already at 2.
Yeah, so I didn't have labor, I didn't have anything, so I was 0. So he came to put now the tablet. It's still the same thing, the same person. But anyway, it was done. And now that was at around 5-ish on 23rd. 23rd. Yes, 23rd. We were trying to time the baby to come on 25th, Christmas. So 23rd in the evening-ish. So he put, and we stayed there, we waited, no labor came, nothing. We waited until around 9 p.m. So my husband went home, and I was told the doctor would be back after 8 hours to check. So he came back after 8 hours. I hadn't opened nothing. I wasn't feeling anything.
No labor, nothing.
Nothing, yes. So they said we would do a second dose. And this one, they tried to put it a bit higher. So the higher they put it, the more you feel
the pain.
So, but
the discomfort.
The discomfort, yes. And it was still the same person. So anyway, he did. He put it. I started feeling from afar like cramps, like discomfort, but it wasn't growing as much. So by morning, I wasn't feeling even the labor yet. It didn't come. So when the doctor came in the morning, he told me to walk around, to start walking around, go upstairs, come back, all that. And we did that. Now my husband had come to see me that morning. We did several laps around the hospital, nothing. So the doctor came again at about 11 there. Now this is 24th, and said, now you no, they checked. They checked if I was opening. So they found I had opened 2 centimeters, but I wasn't feeling anything. So they said, now that labor is checking in, we give you something else to quicken it. I still remember his words, umalize hii maneno haraka haraka. So
nasikia
yeah, so I was like, yeah, we finish. So the nurse came with the drip, and I was put. Hey, in 5 minutes, the pain I was feeling. No, what I forgot to tell you is that actually my husband left because nothing was happening. He said, when you start feeling something, call me. So I said, 5 minutes of that water drip, that one, they put here. So it was the pain was a lot, but it was manageable. I could after the drip I could maybe walk around. It was coming and going, so that period when it's gone, I'm okay. So, and I could hear from afar, we were in rooms, I could hear other women screaming. So I was, now I'm feeling like, hey, this is labor, it has come. Kwani hawa na wao, why are they screaming?
Wanapigia nani nduru?
Why are they screaming? See, even me, I'm in labor, I'm not screaming.
And I'm quiet and composed.
In 30 minutes, it was now, the way you feel pain, mpaka edges of your lips.
Kwa nywele.
Yeah, it was now coming. And it was coming quite frequently. So it was pain, a lot of it.
Had you called your hubby?
Now, I haven't called him. I even forgot. I haven't called him yet until around 1. So that's when I called him. When I was calling, I could not even speak. Luka tu nasema kucha. Hivyo. So kumbe he had gone to Shags. He came running. His Shags is in Githunguri, and we were here in Westlands. So he came running. He actually came in 2 different shoes. So he came. So he came and became my doula. We went around. Guad Mugongo, Mara Nini. So I was, at some point, the pain was so intense. that you know the way you feel you want to be, you have some decorum, like the way you carry yourself. You went away. Now I started talking, and you people can't see I'm in pain. Everybody and anybody. In fact, there's a time the nurse came and said, we try walk along a corridor that was there. I didn't have many people. Then kuna mubaba alikuja hapo. Wewe na wewe unakuja kuona wamama wakizaa. That man went. That man went. I think he got scared. He went. So anyway, at some point, I would turn on him. Sasa unaona hii uchungu yote na wewe hata usikiki. And then he would try get some glucose water. You know the way you're told carry, because you'd try get me to drink some. Saa zingine I would drink. Saa zingine wewe huoni ninasikia uchungu saa hili. All that. And then from Google University we are taught how to breathe. So I'll try to breathe. That pattern, you get to a point you forget about it. That one you forget, like nothing works. You just go through the pain. So we went through it that whole day and night.
Now we are getting to 25th.
We are getting to 25th. Just before midnight of 24th, the doctor came to check. I was at 6. And I wondered, I was opening. Now I'm not even opening. When do we get to 10? So I started asking them if they have painkillers, if they can put you on anesthesia, if they can put you, there's something else, epidural. And the doctor says, no, you're doing very well. And they are so calm. I'm wondering, hey, you people, it is pain. And it was a lot of pain. I don't think we can describe for anyone to understand unless you go through it. And then every time that dawa runs out, they come and refill. At some point, I remember I even disconnected it. And the doctor was very unhappy with me. Yeah, because it was just pain and pain and pain. Then, finally got to 8 centimeters. And when they checked, the doctor said, when we at 8, after, because I had labored now, kabisa, and it was that intense, they also need to keep checking if the baby is crowning.
Yes.
So the baby wasn't anywhere near.
Jesus.
Yeah, so they told me to keep doing squats. Now, you know, in that pain, doing squats, they brought me another stool that was round like this, so I would sit on it. It kind of helps support, but still nothing. So now when you're at 8, you feel like you're too close, very close. And they tell you even when you feel the urge to
push,
to for a long call,
to poop,
you just let it. So now I kept saying, me, I feel the urge. I kept telling them, I feel the urge, take me to the delivery room. But so anyway, we tried squatting. They even taught us at holding on him and him now helping me going down. So they even gave us that ball that you sit on. Nothing. The baby was not crowning, was not coming down, it was not doing anything. So we got to 9. By now, I'm being tested. You remember I told you I was feeling pains due to discomfort.
No more pain.
The one who was called, come check. I was calling them to come check. The baby is here. I remember saying the baby is here. You people come. The baby is here. Come check.
You can check again and again now.
So we got to about 3 a.m. No.
Now we're on 25th.
Now we're on 25th. We got to about 3 a.m. And at that time, now I remember I had one of the nurses saying they call another doctor because this baby is not crowning. It was either going to be CS or something else. So another old doctor came checked, assessed, and told me, now you're at 10 centimeters and the baby has not crowned. And the other option we have, and at this time I was also bleeding.
You're already bleeding?
Yes, and a lot, not kidogo. You know, there's bleeding, normal bleeding, and yes, it was a lot. So he said, so what we are going to do, we are going to give you a chance for natural birth. And I had really prayed for natural birth. So we are going to give you a chance for natural birth. And this is what we call assisted birth or vacuum birth. So that time, anything you're told, as long as it helps, you just say yes, as long as it helps. Because I remember even I was, even before then, I was telling them, let's go to CS. Where is the theater?
Bring the forms, I sign.
Yes. I was telling them, nionyesheni theater, mtanipata huko. Nimelala kwa kitanda. Yes, before then. So now you start thinking and you start getting scared. You start feeling like, hey, things are not okay, especially when they call for you another doctor, and then there are more nurses than usual than the ones who were there. So the doctor explained to me about that, and they said we have to do three pushes, 3 assisted push. So I have to push, and they try to sanction the baby, and if the third one is not successful, we have to go in for CS. So I could hear nurses going to prepare theater. Another one was bringing a form for us to sign. And also because now bled, I remember we signed a blood transfusion one at that time, and so I was set. They do cufflinks on you. What are those?
Ulifungwa miguu.
Yes, miguu. Alafu by that time you are so gone, you're like halfway gone. And then the what do we call it? This they put on you other equipment down there to just open the way for the baby. And that thing, I think for me it was quite traumatizing. I didn't know about it, I didn't expect it, it just happened. So anyway, we tried the first push. So what happens, they time when the contraction is coming, they tell you to push at that time, and they also try to vacuum, to vacuum the baby at that time. So we did the first one, push, everybody was shouting, push, and me, I was here.
Did you have the strength?
I tried, and then there's this thing that in you that the key energy comes, it's like adrenaline, and you are at a point where it's me and my life. You just have to, and God, and you pray. And I remember now I was even praying in tongues. I was praying. I was all those things. So we pushed the first one, nothing. We pushed the second one. The second one, the doctor said, the baby is almost here. Yeah, the baby is almost here. We have to do the other one and do it quickly so that the baby does not retreat. So the contractions were coming quite faster. So we waited for the third one, and it came, and we did the push, and the baby came.
Oh.
A big baby, 4.1 kgs. Yes.
4.1?
Yes, 4.1 kgs. I think the pain just ended right there. You know, when the baby came out, and the way it was all over my body,
I know.
Everything was painful. It just ended like that. Big baby came, kikalia with a bass.
Na after birth, ilitoka vizuri.
Sasa, that's another story. So the baby has come out. First there's like excitement. They put for you the baby here, you candle a bit, you feel nice. There's something else that happened. I don't know if it happens to other women. It's in, I think, milliseconds, when the baby is coming out, I really felt different. Like,
you die.
I don't know.
Yes, they say you die for a few seconds. Yeah, because you are not yourself. You don't even know who you are.
Yes. Just that is like in half a second. And then, so that happened. And then, so we candle the baby, we look at the baby, baby boy, big, with a big bass and all that. Then now, the afterbirth is not coming. Yeah, so the doctor tries to massage
your tummy.
Your tummy. Tries, I don't know what else they were doing at that time. I'm like half here and there, but I remember there was that struggle, and then eventually it came out. Like at about after 10 minutes or thereabout, and I hear that's a
scary.
long. Yeah, I hear
scary.
that's a long time.
Yeah.
So, but it came out, and then now there was the stitching. And the doctor said, God really loves you. You are this close to, is it third degree tear? The one that you go to theater.
Yes.
I was just that close. I didn't get to that one. Yeah, but now there was the stitching. It's painful. I don't know why I don't know if they, I don't know why they don't put that.
They usually do.
And why did I feel it? Anyway, it was there. It was done, clean up, and then I was wheeled to my room. When I went there, because I'd lost so much blood, the doctor said they give me about I think 3 hours, about 3 hours to see if I am okay, I can wake up. If I don't, then they will add blood on me. And then I wasn't given the baby at that time. I was just there recovering. I did well. They didn't put blood on me. And I think in 3 hours I had started waking up, because I think I was half unconscious. Because I remember hearing my husband come with his sister, and they talked to me, but I can't tell what they said. But I remember that. I also remember at some point the nurse came with the baby and went back within those 3 hours. So I was half here, half there. And then after that, after 3 hours, I woke up. I tried to sit down. Still feeling a bit dizzy. Anyway, let's take it fast forward to the end of that day, which was now Christmas Day. In the evening is when the baby came.
Wow.
And now we are trying to latch. We're trying to
And there's nothing coming out.
There's nothing coming out. And I think my body wasn't responding to nature, because even then I didn't get milk at all. Remember, now we've started with induction, even birthing you know, all that is just assisted. So milk did not come. So the nurse came and tried to press to see if I would have that watery thing. Nothing was coming. So I'd put the baby, the baby would suckle, and then it would be so painful. It's so painful, especially when there's nothing. So I would feel pain, but the nurse and the doctor kept telling me, you just have to put the baby there. At some point now the baby was crying. They have tried, even them they see. Even I had tried, we had all tried. They gave the baby formula milk. And then that was even on 26th, the baby got formula. On 27th, they said they would not discharge us until I am able to breastfeed. So on 27th, I started getting a bit of liquid. Okay. Yeah, so the baby...
The clear one.
Yeah, the clear one. So we started now from there. But I used to supplement until I fully got breast milk, which was after 10 days. Yeah. Wow. So with that one I must say really stressed me. Yeah, because I felt like this baby is only depending on me, and then I'm not able to feed. So every time the baby woke up or cried, it was stressing for me. Trauma. And then I had cracked nipples.
That happens.
Yeah. So I would, the one I would say the experience that gave me a lot of stress was that one of not being able to breastfeed. Okay. But eventually milk came.
Wow.
And came in plenty after 10 days. And I must say within those 10 days, it was, you know, the way you wake up and you feel like you're not yourself. People say, how do people sink into that postnatal depression? I did not sink into it, and I had a lot of support. But I feel that is how, because I would be stressed even in my sleep. You know, I would have dreams of I remember one day I dreamt that my baby was drying because
God.
of lack of milk, like having dried skin because of lack of milk. So slowly, that was an experience I feel would have stressed me, but we got milk, I thank God.
Wow. What an experience. Because of time, maybe you'll just summarize your experience with in like 3 minutes. I know you got pregnant again.
Yes.
You got your second baby. Maybe just tell me, was it planned? Number 2, was the labor different?
Yes.
And number 3, would you get another baby? And then we summarize because of time.
Yes.
Yes.
I
How long did it take you to get another baby?
It took me 4 years. 4 years. 4 years, and I got pregnant. It was planned.
Oh, it was
this time
planned.
it was planned. I did not get labor naturally this time. I was induced.
Again?
But yes, but the labor was shorter. And easier, and the baby came by themselves, so it was easier.
Was it more dramatic?
No.
Was the pain more intense?
Hey, the induction pain is kind of, every experience is extreme. I think the pain is extreme, but it was, I must say the first one was more dramatic, and then this time I have experience, I have learned a lot of things. Even when the baby came, the handling, I was more ready, and I'd also known what works for me to have a letdown, a milk letdown. Okay. So it was easier for me to get milk for the baby.
Did you experience the same thing, the cracking of the?
No.
The cravings, were they different?
I only dropped the matumbo. The others
this time you didn't want the matumbo, but galitos.
Yes.
The liking of your husband?
Yes, it was there. It was there.
He's such a lucky man.
Yeah, it was
Most
there.
ladies tend to dislike. Yes.
Yeah, it was there. The pregnancy experience was almost the same. Even the first trimester, with the second one, I still had nausea, I picked smells and all that.
And the second one was a boy?
Is a girl. Wow. The first one was a boy.
Wow, wow. It doesn't happen like that most of the time. So I want you to look at this camera.
Yes.
Yeah, on this side, and talk to that lady who maybe may have found herself pregnant, not very sure, just like you are, not so sure where the relationship would end, not so sure about being a mother, not so sure if they are ready to go the 9 months. Yeah, I want you to just encourage them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you find yourself pregnant, it is God's doing. It's God who creates life, and He uses us as vessels, and He uses us women because we are special to Him.
Amen.
So take that with grace and be positive about it. Things will align along the way. Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're worrying. Is it provision? Is it that you don't have a partner? Is it that there is a disease? Do not worry. There's a reason why God put life in you. And also the other thing is that God provides as you go. Just set your mind, be positive about it, look up for God. He's the author of life, and He's the one who does it. I'd like to encourage all the women who find themselves pregnant and in situations, be positive about it and do what you can. Just do what you can. Yes.
Amen. Thank you so much, Njoki Kamau. Kamau.
Yes, Kamau.
Nimetoa wapi Mwaura? Njoki Kamau.
Yes.
Asante sana kwa mawaidha yako na kila kitu, and I hope umesaidia huyo mama mmoja tu ambaye ataweza kutizama na aseme haya.
Yes.
I thought I had a story. Here is a story. Anyway, asante sana kwa kutizama kipindi hiki cha Sema na JG. Endelea kusubscribe tafadhali, ambia marafiki waje wa subscribe to our channel. Nizungumzie kwa kupitia joyce.gituro@gmail.com ikiwa ungependa kuwa mwanachama wa Jamii Sako. Thank you so much and God bless.